So I started with the City of Galveston in the middle of April, and I was hired to be mentored by Mike Loftin as he headed towards retirement, and it was a fantastic opportunity. That was the number one reason I accepted the job. Mike had been my professor at the University of Houston, and I'd worked with him previously, and it's very rare that you get an opportunity to step into a role where the person who's been in it and respected and has created such a good environment is there to coach you and to hand it over to you whole after training with you. And so I could not possibly turn down an opportunity like that. It was very exciting to come into an organization where management had the foresight to plan for the ongoing functioning of a department that's so vital to city operations and provide for it in a way where the transition has basically been seamless. And I am incredibly grateful for both Mike and his coaching over the last 5 months and everything I've learned. It's allowed me to be where I'm at right now, where I feel like I'm ready to go in this position, but also to the entire management team who made this a priority. So Mike was really lucky to get me on his team right when he did, because the last 5 months have been crazy. So obviously April is where we're starting the city budget, heading into that approval process. So on the finance end, with the help of Debbie, we were getting everything into the system and allowing the department heads to become part of that budget. And all summer long, that's what we do in finance. We work with the city council to get the budget that they are looking for and making sure that all of their priorities are incorporated in that budget. And alongside that, we were also working with the port on the debt issuance for Pier 25, which has been an incredibly big undertaking, as well as a review of the park board budget and the whole process for how those hot funds are going to be distributed to the park board. So kind of getting learning it all from a fire hose, essentially. There's never been a day where there hasn't been an issue that's been interesting, lots for me to learn, but also there has not been a break. We haven't slowed down in 5 months. So before coming to the City of Galveston, I was working for the City of Nassau Bay for a little over 13 years, and I was there as their finance director for that entire period. Before that, I was with the City of League City, but Nassau Bay was my first finance position. And I was given a really fantastic opportunity in that case as well. At the time, the new city manager there was Chris Reed, and he called me up in League City and he says, "I know you can do this." And I was like, "No, I don't think I can." And he said, "Absolutely you can." And when I went over to Nassau Bay, the first 2 years, I think I worked 80 hours a week learning the job. But it was an incredible experience for me, and I didn't stop learning the whole time I was there. And it definitely provided me with a fantastic career path and a career experience that has led me to where I'm at today. And I am eternally grateful for the opportunity Nassau Bay gave me and everything I learned there. And the whole team at Nassau Bay was wonderful, and of course I miss them, but it was the right opportunity to come to Galveston when I did. In League City, I was the assistant to the mayor, and it was kind of a paraprofessional position where I was basically handling all of the mayor's business with the city. It was created right when I was hired for a newly created position, and I did that for about 3 years, and then I went into that role. Before that, I was with the City of Santa Fe, and that was super exciting as well. If you think being the permit clerk is the most exciting job in the city, but what has been really nice about my career in municipal government is that because I started with a small organization and I kind of worked my way up and to bigger organizations, in a small organization you have a bird's eye view. You get to see the whole organization all the time, whereas in a big city like Galveston, many people may never leave Island Transit or may never leave the municipal court, and it's a lot more siloed in our understanding of how the organization works. But when you start with a little bitty city, you see it all. And so I feel like I've had the opportunity to experience the whole of city government in the growth of my career, which has been really fun for me. I think that it is been paramount to my ability to work with the finance department and push a budget through and really to understand how the budget works in an organization. I think it's super important that I did learn coming from a smaller organization moving up, because it has given me an understanding and an ability to relate to all the departments and the work that they're accomplishing and how it all comes together for the whole of the budget. When I was in League City, there was a finance director there just before Mike, and one of the things he told me is, if you really want to know what's going on in the city, read the budget. And I took that to heart, and as I have learned to do that, I think it's really given me the ability to understand the way an organization works.